I try to get as many Forex setups as possible since I know many of you trade only Forex. I'm looking at a great setup on Euro Aussie today. Stick around. Hi, this is Tim from TradingStrategyGuides.com. Today's trade pick is a trading range on the Euro Australian dollar Forex pair. We'll take a look at that, but first we're going to look at a few active trades, and then later on we'll take a look at Tim's trading Maxim. It's Friday and a bit of a solemn day in the U.S. Hope you all have a peaceful weekend. Remember to click the subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss any of these great trade setups. Let's take a look at the active trades. I've moved the trailing stop up to 2207.46 on Palladium to lock in 214.75. But we've got a strong level right here at 2305. So I'm going to hold this stop right here at 2207 until we get a good close above 2305. You can see right now that it could do that today. As I've mentioned before, I am recording this on Thursday, a little bit after 2 p.m. New York time. Planet Fitness gapped down a little bit right here out of this triangle consolidation that I had drawn right there. I'm currently holding my trailing stop at 58.25, which locks in $1.84. Hopefully this drop won't take us out, but if it does, we've got some nice profit on this. The Google setup I showed you on Monday triggered a sell right here on Tuesday. I'm in it at 1523.60. My stop is 1592.26. First target is 1477.83. It popped way up here and retested the bear flag today, and then it dropped, so that's looking kind of promising. The Australian dollar Swiss franc popped up here out of the descending triangle, and it's just hanging out here, so I'm calling this pattern blown. This could be a descending triangle forming right here. So we'll keep an eye on that, and I'll let you know what I come up with. This also could be a trading range forming right in here as well. I'll let you know what I'm going to do with this one. And that's it for today's active trades. Let's take a look at today's trading pick. We've got a fairly nice looking trading range on the Euro Aussie since June. Just to be sure everyone's with us on this, a trading range is a consolidation with a strong support level like this one at 161.40 and a strong resistance level like this one at 165.50. Price just sort of bangs back and forth between these levels until it eventually explodes out of the range in one direction or the other. I'll take a break of a trading range in either direction. And as a nice confirmation of the consolidation, we have a decline in volume and volatility right down here. Volatility is the amount of daily movement of the price, and I measure it with the average true range, or ATR, which shows the average length of the last 14 candles. And here's the trade plan. We're going to buy a daily candle close above the range or above 165.50, or we will sell a daily candle close below the range or below 161.40. On the breaking candle, to enter a full-size position, we want to see this volume bar reach up to this volume average. If it doesn't quite reach the average but does reach 75% of the average, I'll open a half-size position to reduce risk. You can calculate that percentage by dividing this volume number by this volume average, and you should get at least 0.75. If you don't get at least 0.75, I suggest that you stand aside on this trade. The stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR, and the first target is 1 times the ATR. So let's say this thing breaks down here and closes near here just ahead of the close, say 15 or 20 minutes before the close. Look down here at the ATR, multiply that by 1.5 and measure that distance above the entry. For your stop loss, measure 1 ATR below the entry for your first target. Obviously, it's just the opposite if it breaks to the upside. If after entering the trade we get a close back inside the range, we'll take the loss right then and not wait for it to hit the stop loss. Our intention is that a breakout of the pattern should be explosive and hit our target fairly quickly. If the momentum goes away, we want to shut the trade down without taking a full stop if possible. When the price hits our first target, we'll close half the position for profit and set the stop loss to break even on the remainder. We'll then follow stops as price moves in our direction until the market takes us out. Typically, I do this using 2 positions. The first position has a stop loss and a take profit. That position will close automatically when the first target is hit, and the second position will only have a stop loss, and that's the position that will be allowed to run. When the first target is hit, we'll have to manually move our stop loss up to break even on the second position. I will only risk about 2% of my account on each trade. And that's today's setup on the Euro-Australian dollar currency pair. Remember, my intent is to tell you how I manage these trades. If you've already got a good trade management plan, use it. Things that work for me may not work for you. You have to understand your own mind to find the best strategies for your trading. And speaking of understanding your own mind, that's my intent for the trading maxims. The maxims help me control my emotional impulses and keep me on the straight and narrow path. A maxim is a general truth, fundamental principle, rule of conduct, or a proverbial saying. The purpose of my maxims is to motivate me to discipline in trading as well as other areas of my life. I suggest you start your own list of maxims, things that you can say to yourself while you're trading or doing life to make sure you always do the right thing. Feel free to borrow from my list. And today, a deep dive. Tim's trading maxim number 6. There's no such thing as too much coffee. What more can I even say about this one? Except this is just for grins and giggles. Remember our Euro-Australian dollar trade plan for today. We're going to buy a daily candle close above the range or above 165.50, or we'll sell a daily candle close below the range or below 161.40. If the volume is not quite average, go half size as long as it's at least 75% of the average. Your stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR, and your first target is 1 times the ATR. And remember to click the link below to the trade management video for more details. Be sure to sign up for my Trading Picks email list to get early notification of these picks. The link is in the description box. Last week's dream trade setup on AUB triggered on Tuesday, right here. So I'm in this at 22.92, stop loss of 24.07, and a first target of 21.77. As soon as it hits the first target, I'll move my stop loss to break even. As of Thursday morning, I'm about halfway, maybe not quite halfway, to the first target where I'll move my stop to break even. And don't miss the Dream Trade segment on Wednesday's videos. Click the link below to find out more about Dream Trades. Be sure to come back to Trading Strategy Guide's YouTube channel every week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time for my new videos. Don't hesitate to ask any questions you may have. I'll either answer your question right in the comments, in a trading video, or both. And remember, the only stupid question is the unasked one. Don't miss the next installment of the Trading Education series next Wednesday when we'll be talking about some of MT4's settings dialogues. If this video has helped you, click the link below, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want to be notified of our videos in the future. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.